Here we go. I guess now it's time for me to give up. Feel it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. And gotta leave it all behind. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back for good.
Hello, my wonderful viewers. How are you guys doing out there? This is Desmond Gray, your presenter from Gallant Integrated Media. And the title of the episode today is The Ugly Faces in Your Beautiful Life, Part 2. Please, before I proceed, I would want to appeal to you guys. Please do subscribe to the channel. Like what we do and drop your comments to help us propagate in what we are doing. I will be glad if you do. Thank you so much. This episode today started last week, and today is the part 1 and the final part of it before we swing into solutions and how to handle the situations. So the ugly faces in your beautiful life. In the last episode as well, we agreed that life is beautiful. But there are people who has given themselves the assignment to provide the unnecessary clog to the flow of the beauty of life in our life. And these people comes in the name of friends, relations, family, neighbors, colleagues, associates, and all what have you. They do all manner of things in your life that when you look at it critically, you begin to discover that if care is not taken, they're going to constitute a whole lot of harm to your mental health. Oftentimes, these are people that they ride on a ladder provided to them by you. Maybe out of the freedom of your mind or out of your understanding of the fact that no man is an island. So we need friends, we need families, we need relations. But oftentimes there are people that abuse all these privileges. You will agree with me, I don't know if it has happened to you, but you will agree with me that there are certain people in your life that when you grant them an entry into your sitting room, they would want to access your bedroom. When the entry is constrained on just your sitting room, they will want to take advantage of it to access your bedroom. And when you, for any reason, tentatively give them access to your bedroom, they will now want to access your drawers, your shelves, to look at your documents, your files, just to know things. You begin to wonder, what does this person want to achieve? What does this person want to achieve? There are people that when any little chance you give to them in your life, they want to use it to cause havoc in your life. As if they don't know what they're doing. As if someone is paying them. They want to spy you. They want to x-ray your life. They want to survey you. They want to read meaning into everything you do. They want to do the job of interpreter in everything you do. They want to interpret it. Their views about everything you do, everything about your life, their views about it is always divergent. And no one is paying them. They're right there with you, but they will call people to talk about what is happening to you without even them coming to ask you about it. To talk to you, they don't need any form of medium of communication because they are right there with you. They can walk up to you to discuss issues. But they will not do that. But they will call thousands of people out there to discuss you. Spend their airtime, spend their data. There are people that when you give them access to your phone, they want to access your phone. They want to access your contact. They want to access your WhatsApp conversations. They want to access your messenger conversations. They want to look into your Facebook to see the people you've been discussing with, all because you gave them your phone. Such people are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. You see, what they do, when you look at it critically, you see the negative effect it is posing to your mental health. And this is the concern of this episode. There are people in your life, you have become a topic in their marriage. And the reason is because maybe the day they introduce their spouse to you, maybe they go home and the spouse begin to talk like something wonderful about your personality or your appearance. They will not come up with the stories just to rubbish you. You know, there are people that everything you do, they must read meaning into it. Everything about you. You don't even have the comfort of leaving your door open when they are around. You don't even have the comfort of drinking around them. You don't even have the comfort of eating and like dropping your phone to get a cup of water. I mean, your food to get a cup of water when they are there. You don't have all this comfort around them. And they're still in your life. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. There are people that when every story about you seems immaculate and wonderful, they want to bring a stain. They want to drop a stain. You know, from your primary education to your secondary to your university to everything you have done, they all look wonderful and immaculate. You see, these people, they always want to find a stain to drop to this immaculate record of yours. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. You want to get married? They have the capacity to involve their money, spend their time to go to your spouse to talk about you, negative things about you, to make sure that marriage does not hold. They will read meaning into why you are marrying the man you want to marry, or why you want to marry the woman you want to marry. They'll talk about her, maybe her profession, everything about her. They will read meaning. They tell the whole world you are marrying her or him because of this or because of that. There are people like that in your life. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. Trust me, these are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. You build a house, they want to criticize the house. The story about the house is how wonderful and poshy the house is. They want to talk about the size. Something is happening in your life. You're recording a stride that the whole world is seeing. They will call people to discuss about, but they will not walk up to you without spending any airtime, without spending any data. They just close, they can walk to you and talk about it, but they will not do that. But they will call the whole world to discuss this. And they will never make a good recommendation or a good thinking about you. There are people like that. They can never make excuse for you. They will never make excuse for you. Theirs is just to criticize you. There's nothing wrong with criticism. I'm not against criticism. In this program, we're not against criticism. But what we're talking about is when criticism becomes destructive. There are people like that. Every criticism of theirs towards you is always destructive. They will always have a destructive things to say about you, to criticize you with. Such people are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. You don't need those in gallant integrated media to tell you about that. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. What we do here, like I announced in the first episode, is we are going to parade the characteristics, and you are going to be the one to feel the personality that conforms into these characteristics in your life. And whosoever they are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. Their views about you is always divergent. They're always going to say something negative about you. There's nothing you do that pleases them, not because they're not seeing the reality, not because they are not in conformity or they are disconnected with the reality. They are connected with the reality. But because you are the one involved, they will never say something good about it. They will never see it from the way it should be seen, just because you are involved. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. When you record how long you have known them, how long the relationship with them has existed, you cannot place anything good. You cannot take away any wonderful thing about it. You can't even know the impact they have made, the positive impact they have made in your life. They add no value to your life. They add no value. They constitute misery and pain, and even pose a very dangerous threat to your mental health. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. And the reason for this episode is because of your mental health. Spot these people. Don't fight. We're going to come up with a solution on how to handle them. We have something for that. There are people that when they hear that you're having like little challenges with your wife, that's the time they'll be calling your wife on phone. Or you have little challenges with your husband, that's the time they'll be calling your husband on phone. Just to ascertain the level of damage your marriage is facing. Just to ascertain the level of confusion or the level of disunity you are in your marriage. They won't call you. Except anyways, I have a very wonderful episode on relationship and marriage. So I don't want to preempt that anyway. But there are people like that. They notice that you're doing something, you're doing a business with somebody. That's the time they now want to go and talk to the person about you. They always want to find something to bring you down. You begin to wonder, who is paying these people? What does this person want to achieve from doing this or from doing all this? You cannot even figure the reason for all this, but they keep on doing it. It's not that they are far from you. It's not that they are strangers. They are people that knows you. They are people that has your file. They are people that you willingly tell your stories. They always want to take advantage of everything about you. They always take advantage of every chance they have around you. They want to borrow money from you. In the past, you have been giving them when you have. But this time you don't have. They will not believe you. Such that you have to print out your mini statement for them to see that you don't have money in your account to give to them. They don't even look at the balance. They will look at the transactions. And they always use all these things against you. They always use all these things against you. Your children are going to a particular school. They will criticize about it. You bought a car for your wife. You are in trouble. You did birthday for your husband. Hey, these are such people are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. Trust me. You don't need me to tell you that. You know it already. Maybe you don't have the willpower to identify it or to agree with us that these are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. But now that you know, we're going to tell you how to handle such people. You don't need to fight. They always create a situation of Cold War within you and them. And they are there with you. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. You know everything about you. Your marriage, they will criticize. They will criticize your children. They will criticize your parents. They will criticize your dress code. They will criticize the way you talk. They will criticize the kind of friends you keep outside them. They will criticize everything about you. There's nothing wrong with the criticism, but it's always destructive, and that's the worrying part of it. These are the ugly faces in your beautiful life. Please identify them and watch out our next episode. We're going to deal with how to handle their case. You don't need to fight. The solution is right here. Just always subscribe to Gallant Integrated Media, and we'll always serve you well. We give you value for your time, and you will not regret watching our programs. Make your own contributions in form of comment, and we'll appreciate that. That will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.